Hi sweeties, it is KiwiGumdrop, and today we are going to be doing our first ever speed build on this channel. If you do like story times, please make sure to stay because I'm going to be telling you about the story of Harmony and Joy, how they met, and what it means in their relationship, what it may or may not mean for their relationship. So we're going to go ahead and start with Harmony. I did decide to use the color pink on Harmony, so she is going to be rocking a monochrome look. I chose the color pink because pink represents affection and friendship as well as inner peace. I thought that really fit her character. That's why I decided to go with the romantic trait. The story that I have for Harmony here is she is actually a foster child. She's always been very talkative and outgoing and loves to meet new people. However, she always felt very secluded considering her background, and once she aged out of the foster system, she decided that she wanted to move to San Myshuno, and she really wanted to live her best life. She wears pink all the time because it provides her with comfort and it kind of gives her something to talk about. It's very shocking to the eye when she's walking around the streets of San Myshuno, and one of her biggest goals in life is to just have many friends and to know many people, and that's why she actually joined a app that she had found on the internet that was for people who like to live monochrome lifestyles. And then using this app, she then met a lovely lady that we are going to show later. Her name is Joy. And before she meets Joy, she's very shy. She had just moved to the city. She doesn't really know anyone, and this is her first time actually being around people that are her age. And so she really is experimental in her thinking. She wants to go to all types of parties. She wants to visit every museum and every location that San Myshuno has to offer. But the problem is, when she first moves there, she doesn't really have a place to stay. She was actually for quite some time just staying at a little shelter, and when she finally got enough money to get her phone, the first app that she chose was this app for people with monochrome lifestyles, hoping to find a friend and potentially a roommate, which is what we are going to show now. It did take me quite a while to find the face that I wanted to use for Joy. I wanted her to be very sassy and to kind of look a little aggressive at first sight. She kind of has an RBF going on right here, but Joy truly is a lovely person. She is very sweet and kind and loving, and anyone who's around her loves her automatically. I chose the color yellow for is because yellow represents intellect, happiness, as well as cowardice. And what that goes into is, although Joy is very outgoing on her exterior, she can be quite clumsy. She is also very scared to try new things. So once Joy meets Harmony, it's kind of like the yin to her yang, because Harmony always wants to try new things and kind of pushes Joy to try things that she may have not tried if she didn't have that encouragement. Now, originally I was going to make Joy and Harmony be a couple. I wanted them to be wife and wife. But when I was creating both characters and kind of playing out their roles, I realized that maybe it would be better to just have them as roommates at first. And so that is where this goes into. Harmony decides that she no longer wants to live in a shelter and she wants to move out. And when she downloads this app, the first person she meets on there is Joy. And Joy did not have much of a sad lifestyle. Her lifestyle was actually quite bright. She has a loving mother and father who just decided that it was time for her to move out and to kind of be on her own. She's always really depended on her parents to give her that emotional support and that encouragement, and they thought that maybe pushing her out into the world may allow her to be the great human being that she truly is. And so when they met, they clicked automatically. It was like friends at first sight. They first of all shared the idea of both being monochrome, and they shared their love for San Myshuno. And so basically they are now kind of in the process of looking for a new apartment. They don't have the best of funds, however, they are both very hardworking, and because of Joy being so smart, she is definitely very skillful. She has all types of skills, so I have no doubt that she will be able to find a job very soon. She obviously did not have a job before because she was just living off of her parents in a way, but she was never greedy about it. She was always very thankful to them, and there was no hard feelings when she did decide to leave. And I really enjoyed Joy, although I liked Harmony, but Harmony took such a long time to create. The footage that I showed here was actually only about 5 minutes of what I actually took to create her, because it was very hard to match the pinks. However, with Joy, it was just so easy and so simple, and I really do think yellow is her color. It's definitely her calling. And she does wear quite heavy makeup. It's kind of like her shield. She is definitely a party girl despite being kind of shy. She does like to go out and have a good time when she has the right people around her to boost her self-esteem. And I honestly think she's gorgeous. Like, I was literally falling in love with her while I was creating her. I was like, she is, the life of the party. You just kind of have to get her to open up to you. She's kind of hard. She has a very hard exterior, but once she trusts you, she really does trust you, and she definitely is a ride or die friend. And I think Harmony and Joy do have the potential to be romantic with each other. However, I think just because they're just meeting and they don't really know exactly what their relationship is, and moving in together, I think will definitely be a big step and a very big determination on whether or not they would actually be able to pursue a romantic relationship. I definitely think that there is a chance, and I could definitely see them getting together when they get a little older, but they're both quite young right now, and they have their lives ahead of them. They're both trying to get stable jobs, and they're trying to get a good place to live, and they're just kind of trying to experiment with Chanmai Suno and just kind of see what is around and trying to gain as many experiences as they possibly can. And I think Joy especially benefits from Harmony because of Harmony's very outgoing, and they both have many different lifestyles. Joy came from a well-off family, while Harmony kind of came from a more rough around the edges type of family. I don't think that her foster parents necessarily abused her in any way. It was just it wasn't the same, and it always, she always felt like she was just a secondary factor in their lives, versus Joy is an only child, and her parents absolutely adored her, so they definitely were brought up different. However, because of their love for the monochrome lifestyle, they were able to connect, and to the point where they definitely have a potential to have a great friendship. On the other hand, I do think that maybe Harmony and Joy may become enemies in a sense, because Harmony may just not be able to handle Joy's kind of she's very well kept. It's very hard to please Joy. She's very needy, and Harmony may not be able to provide that attention that Joy does always demand. So I could see them potentially being enemies, even though me personally, I do not want that to happen. I want them to always get along. But at the end of the day, I do want people to play with these characters. They are on my gallery. I truly do enjoy their presence, and I want them to be in a romantic relationship. However, when I posted these two on my gallery, I did leave it open to interpretation, because I really want you guys to play out this story. And oh my gosh, if you guys could tell me what you guys come up with, or what ends up happening, if they end up finding separate lovers, if they end up staying together, if they end up only remaining friends and just being friends forever. I would really love to hear your guys' stories and your guys' interpretation of these two. I am getting towards the end of this. Again, I really did enjoy creating these two characters. It is my first speed build. I will be making another monochrome couple. and those two will actually be a couple, so make sure to look forward to that in the future. Also, if you haven't already checked out my KiwiGumdrop Against the World Let's Play, that is always available to you guys on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and please make sure to like and subscribe.